Good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world. It's the place to be right here, right now. We've got an opening round matchup of OWCS for the Stage 2 group stages. We've got Timeless versus Daybreak. My name's Joker's Ransom. That is Chef Billy, the man that does not need an introduction. Billy, this is going to be a fire matchup today.
I mean, we've got some serious competition. We've got some bad blood also going on here. Faded previously playing with Fisher and with Bay State. Going up against a team that they faced in collegiate last year in Northwood. Lots of members from that squad here playing for Timeless. So there's some bad blood here. There's also some good blood here in the state of the North American scene. Both these teams looking to get off to a great start here at the beginning of Swiss or the group stages. 4 teams per group. There's another game going on the companion or on the side stream here for BPL and BPL2. They'll have the other two here going in that.
There it
So
is.
device and students of the games. So if your team is not here, we can take a look at it over there.
Yeah, and obviously a lot of other players are doing their POVs as well. So every game most likely is getting some action somewhere on Twitch. Obviously I don't know where that is, or I'd tell you. But I'm really excited for this matchup because, well, I love myself some console players, and Daybreak has some ex-console players on that roster here, and it'll be really. Then we look at you already mentioned Faded, Putter, Melophobia, Hockey Broke, Dynamic, Thunder, Meeman, and Baller Steve. The two that I was mentioning though, Thunder and Melophobia, coming in all the way back from the CGL. Oh, Billy, we get to show our bias today.
I mean, I've got some bias too, just because I do a lot of collegiate, even though I did get my start in the console gaming league. But I tell you what, this is a matchup of the ages right now, and based upon what we've seen from Melphobia, what we've seen from HK Broke, and also from Faded. I mean, they have a dynamic tank that can play any tank. Really did specialize back in the OW1 era in the off tank, so a little bit of an advantage there, especially with Sigma being in such a good spot. But this Timeless squad, a lot of the members are playing for Northwood, and they just took down the #1 ranked ISU Redbird Esports last night, 4-0 in the NECC Grand or Legends Division Grand Final to book their ticket to go to Arlington at the beginning of next month. So there's a lot of competitions going on around here, and now we'll see what the map set is going to be for our first round here. And we're going to start it out on Busan, and I'm thinking, Brawl could be a very good way to go here. Definitely looking for what I call those flanker DPSs in the Tracer. Genji has really shown up very heavily here lately. A lot of people are starting to go into the Genji-ness as it is. Rocket will probably most likely show us a Genji here on Busan. We'll see if they are able to, kind of control the space, control the flanks, especially going up against somebody like a Melphobia, who will probably try to mirror them on that.
What? I was not expecting Winston at all. We're seeing the Winston duel come out from Raker and Faded here to start things off on downtown. We'll see how it works for him, as we'll see if Melophobia and Rocket can also get in onto the kill feed, especially as well. There it is, Rocket already finding Faded out of the fight. And well, Daybreak's just going to have to back up and wait, and that's just going to give Timeless a free cap.
I mean, Joker, Rocket is one of the best Tracers in NA. I got him ranked as one of my top 15 in the world. So, I mean, watch for the flanks, watch for the precision and the tracing or the tracking as they go through. The good thing here for Daybreak, though, is that it's early, so they do have time to build up towards a lot of their ultimates here. I mean, Baller Steve is gonna have to build this nano up huge to keep them in the fight.
We see HK moving over to the Genji like you were talking now as well now to try to make a little bit more of a presence in this dive with Faded. And we'll see how it works for them. Already looking to work out as Chopper is going to go around, but Chopper finds Baller Steve out early on. They do lose Chopper in the meanwhile, but again, it's just the damage has been done. There's already so many picks for Timeless that it really doesn't matter what Daybreak does.
The big problem right now is that they're trying to keep Baller Steve alive with a with Brigitte. And while it's good, it's not good enough. There's not enough mobility here for the backline of Daybreak. So that's the big option that you have right now for Timeless, is that they're just able to get in, get out, disengage at will. They will be looking to really get this early Kitsune rush here from CJ, who had just a banner night last night.
Yeah, we'll see if they can continue their hot streak right now in this matchup. And so far, so good. They've got the Kitsune Rush available to go into this fight if they do so choose. But maybe not. A nice ante, though, coming in from Baller Steve now with a Nano Boost. Going on to Thunder as well. Walking forward with the raid boss of the Brigitte. But in response, using that Kitsune Rush is going to be really helpful. The rally comes out now, trying to stabilize it. Needs to be a win, but Chopper comes in, takes down Thunder in the midst of the rally. Now Rocket and Co can look to keep things going their way. HK trying as they will, but it's just not going to happen. There's just not enough damage on the side of Daybreak right now, as it's already round one going to Timeless.
Mobility, mobility, mobility. The story of the patch right now. Also, hyper-aggressive Riker on this Winston, knowing that they have the support to keep them in these fights. They can disengage at will. Like I said, the fact that they have opener on this Lucio. So for Chopper, I mean, Chopper was getting a lot of action there on the flanks, just taking pot shots at Daybreak, and Daybreak did not have an answer for it. Now you see the mirror coming out here from Daybreak. HQ's going to probably stick with said Genji. I didn't hate the Genji. I actually got something with the blade. Yeah. So I think that if you watch the flanks, watch how they engage, watch how they try to peel Timeless's eyes off of, straightforward, make them have a little room for pause to consider all the angles that can go onto this point.
Interesting. HQ's and Melophobia have swapped roles, really. Melophobia going over to the Sojourn now, trying to keep Chopper at bay somehow. We saw, you mentioned it, Chopper was able to do pretty much whatever they really wanted to on that last round of Busan. Hopefully, Melophobia can keep them in check if you are a Daybreak fan. But, well, so far, that's just not in the cards. Rocket and Chopper already combining for two, and that is just going to be the fight done and dusted. As there it is, just 2 kills for both of them.
I mean, not quite a team kill just because of how spaced out it was, but I mean, that is pretty dominant. Just a clean rotation coming from Timeless. CJ and Opener just are almost like Muhammad Ali, just ducking and diving. I float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. And Faded just didn't have the support as they try to commit the dive in. So now we're looking for Rocket. Already almost 70% towards the Pulse Bomb. It'll be looking for the backline.
And the disparity between Pulse Bombs is crazy. HK only at 40% now. But we'll see if that changes in this fight here. This is a perfect opportunity to come back if you are Daybreak, but you need to find an opening pick, and it pretty much has to be on Chopper right now. But we'll see if that's the case. Rocket looking for some angles, looking for some damage. There's the Disruptor shot coming out, and finding a pick. There it is. Chopper yet again finding the opening for Timeless, and there's another pick coming in through the Disruptor shot. It's just Chopper's just unstoppable right now. With Rocket coming in as well. Faded is just going to go off the side of the map to reset.
I mean, 58% and counting. DJ's going to have the rush. That's going to be a great denial of space here for Timeless. You're also looking at, a sound barrier coming up very shortly for both sides. The big thing right now is that Riker is 30% ahead of Faded, so the HP pool reset will be available should Daybreak decide to start pressing the Q button.
Yeah, well, the Q's gonna be pushed already for Timeless, and Raker's found Melophobia out instantly. The fight's gone. You just can't invest any longer. It's already up to 85%. You need to die quickly, and thankfully, Daybreak did, but you need a nice engage coming into this. It's 91 and counting. Melophobia is making the swap over to the Widowmaker. They've got one pick, but it might just not be enough, Billy. 97, 98, 99, 100, and there it goes. Map number 1 to Timeless.
I mean, Daybreak had an idea of what they wanted to do on the first map. Unfortunately, that plan went out the side door. When you're going up against Rocket, you need to make sure that you have eyes on them and marking them at all times. So, I mean, Rocket, once again, showing why they are one of the best tracers in the world and has been for quite some time back in Contenders Trials days and Contenders proper. So, I mean, this is nothing of a surprise to me, seeing what they're bringing out here right now. So 1-0 to Timeless. Daybreak has to really consider their options going into the next map. We will see how that goes down for them. But I mean, for the most part, it was mobility that killed Daybreak. It was a little bit of discombobulation when they were going in with their dive. So we'll see if they can clean that up going in to Paraíso, because high ground's going to be at a premium once again. And, you know, the Winston can work here as well. I don't like it as much in third point, but the first 2 points, lots of ground for Winston to kind of pounce on you from out of nowhere. And we'll see the flanking going on once again with Chopper and Rocket.
Actually, I want to get your take on why we're seeing Winston right now. I feel like it was really kind of seeing a lot of Orisa recently. Now we're seeing a Winston go into this. What is your take on why we're seeing that?
I mean, one, the HP pool reset with Primal. Two, it's the ability to go from high to low. I like that. You also have the ability to kind of circumvent, you know, Sigma, Ramatra, Orisa. You know, they're all looking to play in your face. Winston can go in there, get a bubble, deny resources going in to the tank, and be able to deal with it. Also, the fact that you can dive in and clean up kills where Rocket and Chopper are starting to get a lot of that pressure in. That's where you start seeing a lot of the value. You saw it time and time again. Riker would go in and just clean up fights just with the Tesla can. Didn't even have to pop the Primal except for once. So Paraíso, as I said, will be our second map here. They're looking to take themselves to match point. Daybreak trying to get themselves back into this round one match, and they've got their work cut out for them. We'll see if there's some swaps here. We'll see if Faded decides to come out on something a little bit more of a Winston hamper. Diva could work very well. She's kind of in a weird spot right now, but Diva versus Winston, Diva usually wins that fight. So we'll see what Riker and company are going to go up against it. But that's a choice. We'll see if they actually stick with that. Daybreak is coming out with a little bit more aerial presence, but they're going to try and go back to this backline that got absolutely decimated there in Busan.
Yeah, we'll see how that works for them. Again, like you said, it wasn't working. Maybe with the way, and especially with the nature of the first point, Timeless has to come to them. It's not an all-out brawl, right? So maybe that's what they're thinking about, why we're seeing an Ana and the Brigitte backline from Daybreak right now. But, hey, I mean, Timeless is running the Ana of their own, but Opener still on that loose shell.
Well, you say that as now we go over to the Brigitte. Oh. So they're expecting the Brigitte. They're also expecting a Tracer to come out. That's going to protect your back line as well. So we'll see how CJ and Opener deal with the flank coming in from Melphobia.
Well, Baller Steve's already very low. Sejun has come in as well for Rocket. HG is going to be able to take down Raker, but Sejun, Seon-jun, sorry, is already making a huge difference for this Timeless roster. Just continuously just defining pick after pick. And yeah, that sleep, kind of crazy too.
I mean, annyeonghaseyo, Seon-jun, that was a beautiful work. Nice little collapse there on top of the support line of Timeless. That'll be first point going over to Timeless. Chopper showing us the Ash here, and I like it because you can, once again, it's all about being able to contest high ground and kind of set up these kill zones. And using the Dynamite, of course, we love seeing the Dynamite, especially with the DPS, reducing the healing coming in. But HK has a pretty good echo of their own. I want to see, the battle of the duplicates coming out.
It will be very interesting to see. Faded already blown up, though. A nice anti came in response from Baller Steve, but again, you need to have the follow-up there from the rest of Daybreak, and now Timeless are looking to open things up and move a bit more forward.
Duplicate online here for Seon-jun already. Chopper has the sights set on everybody. They're not taking any sass, and this is what I'm talking about. Aggression will win you championships, and this is exactly what Timeless is trying to prove.
Yeah, and they are very aggressive, already pushed up to the end of second point, and it's working out. Chopper's found Melophobia, HT now gone as well, and then Ultimate hasn't really had to been used. Finally, going to be investing in the duplicate onto the Ana and trying to build up to a nano boost of their own, but they might not even need it because they've already gotten second point, and they're just making Daybreak run for the hills, and they do get the nano boost as well.
Oh, that's dirty. That's absolutely dirty. He gets them their OB as well. So, I mean, now there's like 4 ultimates about online here. The regular nano comes out.
Regular nanos come out, but I think it's already been dealt with because Seonjun got a little bit over aggressive there. But in the end, I mean, they're still sitting pretty. 5 minutes and 20 seconds on the board. Daybreak needs a big couple fights here to whittle away this time bank. And oh my goodness, almost getting Raker, but Seonjun comes back on the Tracer and takes down HQ before you can get that finishing beam and down and take Raker out of this fight, as they're still just on the back foot.
I mean, something we forgot to mention is that Rocket's not even in here. Seonjun came in replacement. Just because of the echo and the ability to go high to low. That's not necessarily in the cards here. Or Rocket, so now the Primal's going to come out.
Primal's out from Faded. Copies there as well from HQ. Over to the Tracer. Rallies come out. This is where Daybreak needs to stake their claim on this point. They've invested so much. The Pulse Bomb from Melophobia comes through. Clutch taking opener down. Midst the rally. That was
what?
I don't know what happened with that pulse bomb from HK. It might have not gone through because the duplicate ended out. But if that's the case, that could be disastrous for this hold because it looked so good. Now Seonjun has found HK out of the fight. Primals come in from Raker. This is looking really good now for Timeless, as the Primals just doing so much work, finding 2. Both supports are gone. CJ's found out Melophobia, and Timeless are all gas, no brakes right now.
I mean, why not? Why not? I mean, they had the ultimates to spare, and they're going to have a gargantuan time bank of 351. That is a speed run if I have ever seen one, and it's not only on the back of Riker. Okay, I'm saying, you look at the aggression coming out, you look at the support that's coming in there from CJ on the Ana, but the kicker is that Seonjun really was able to kind of provide that aerial threat. And the sticky bombs always seem to be at the ready when they needed that quick burst of damage. And then focusing beam accuracy, of course, I suck at it personally. But hey, at least Seonjun has a really good grasp on the focusing beam. So for Daybreak, I mean, you've got to keep an eye in the sky. I don't know if they're going to be able to kind of match that firepower coming out of the sky. And then Chopper. Chopper is a Swiss Army knife right now, playing what is needed, where it's needed. Held on to Bob for so long until they absolutely, you can go ahead and throw that out. We're good to go. We're fine. We're fine. So Daybreak, Melophobia is going to try and get an opening pick. Maybe if they can find, well, I would think that the Echo would come out here, but Seonjun is actually showing us the Tracer once again. So you've got a flank, you've got high ground control, and you've got opener on the Mercy. Okay.
That's just gonna make Chopper so much more deadly now, and not only that, it gives them basically a 6th man every 20 seconds. I don't know the actual. Oh wow, I was right.
Close enough.
That's close enough. Yeah. But yeah, it gives them basically a 6th man every 25 seconds or so. So, I mean, the Mercy is still a very good choice for them, especially if Chopper can land those shots that we've seen them land throughout the night so far. But the duels are already happening out on this little high ground, this little bridge. And, well, at the moment, it looks like Daybreak takes it out, but a nice coach gun takes away Faded's jump onto the high ground, and Seonjun takes down HK. And everyone's so low on Daybreak right now, and Seonjun is going to come in, get the follow-up onto Thunder, and force the reset from Daybreak.
Oh, and already forced out the recall as well. This is all cleanup right now for Timeless, and they're just playing with their food. Having a very good time. Thank you very much. HK needs to get something done. Pulse Bomb comes out. No joy there.
Yeah, so we'll see if they can figure something out. They might need to change something. I don't really know They've got to figure out how they can break this open. If almost finding Seiyunjun, but they've got the recall out. Both recalls no longer in effect. Seiyunjun so low. Gonna get the healing, though, from Opener. Gonna be still in this fight, but still. Daybreak has now opened things up. That's the huge thing. They've gotten them away from that choke point and forced them away back to the point for the time being, at least. And now we'll see if that can help them go forward, especially if CJ goes down. Faded takes him down. There's the nano boost going to be invested. Sleep dart, though, coming in clutch, and a lot of people are low on the side of Timeless. Faded going crazy. Now the nano boost going on to Faded as well. Could really solidify this point, but Seiyunjun takes him down, looking for another pick, and a stick comes through onto HK. Seiyunjun might have just held on to the point for Timeless.
DJ just says you're not going anywhere, bud. You're not going anywhere, bud. I've got a dart here with your name on it, and Melphobia, our console friend, took a dirt nap and back in spawn as quick as you like. Now, 4 ultimates going to be online here for Daybreak. This has got to be their go. This has got to be the fight that they win. They need to be able to separate Riker off this high ground, force jump, force primal out, and then see what they can get after it.
Pulse Bomb was invested by Melphobia early on. Faded is asleep, napping on the job. You can't be doing that right now. Thunder is going to be going raid boss mode, though, perhaps, and it's working out for them. They've got a lot of people low on the side of Timeless. And finding CJ out yet again, but the Primal's been invested, and Baller Steve going to be taken down, but that's all the Primal can be really used for. The res comes back, brings back CJ, and well, that's going to bring back Timeless full force right into the face of Daybreak. Still trying to hold on to this. They are going to be chasing down some kills. Thunder is going to be able to find 2, which is huge going forward. They might be able to do something with it. Faded now going to be able to prop the Primal and might allow Daybreak to open up this first point.
Yeah, I mean, that was heavy investment. It was absolutely what was needed. Now we're going to see if Sunjun can get something done. They've got the Pulse Bomb just about at the ready. Riker needs to be very careful because Fate is not having any of the sass.
Ooh, and there's the Pulse Bomb out. Thunder goes down, and somehow Raker's still alive. Finally goes down, and the point is captured up by Daybreak. Then you've got a new lease on life going into point number 2, and the team kill comes in for Melphobia.
Coming through, Thunder, repping the console side very, very well there. Nice toxicity coming from you. I love it. I love it. Duplicate online for HK. Yes, the Sunjun is Korean. Yeah. Does not speak it. I can possibly translate. My services are available if you need them. But, I mean, they finally got a coordinated dive. They finally found some purchase on the back line of Timeless, and that's why they win the fight now. Chopper with a Deadeye, looking to see if they can get something done with this. Maybe it just might push Timeless back and give them a little extra room for pause.
We'll see here. As HK is going to make the copy over on to the Winston, but the Deadeye's already found Baller Steve in the fight. The Primal is going to be invested and help out them drastically. HK finding CJ, and well, Raker's going to go down as well. Melphobia with too late.
Fantastic duplicate coming out of HK. Got so much space. And this gives them a little bit of hope. I mean, there's still a gargantuan time bank. Let's be honest with each other here.
Oh, yeah.
Now this nano engage here for Riker. This should give them enough space to hold off this capture the second
maybe
point.
Not. Seiyunjun's going to be taken down by Melphobia early on in this fight, and this is the reason why Melphobia was getting praises in the first stage of OWCS. Just be able to make some nice plays. But now Chopper has the Nano Cowboy going in full effect for Timeless, and it's just going to really help them start their defense yet again strong on point number 2.
All right, 3.9 meters. You got about 65 seconds here. Primal. We will reset your reset your pool. Faded got a shot in the butt and went to sleep because of it. But I mean, Opener is going to have this rally. So rally v rally, and we'll see what Chopper gets done. We've already seen one Deadeye kill today. Good positioning, but I mean, there's a whole host of stuff here for Daybreak to kind of give themselves the advantage. Moving in, we'll see where Baller Steve decides to go with this. Probably on to Faded.
either Faded or Thunder here. We'll see. Yeah, they're gonna have to use it on the Faded because they're so low already. Recall is gonna be invested by Seonjun early on to stay alive in this fight. Rally having to come in as well onto Thunder, but Baller Steve is not where you want to be right now if you're an Ana, but somehow gets booped away and out of the tight corridor and still alive, but 10 seconds remains in the midst of this, and there's no ultimates on the board for Daybreak. Now HQ's gone, the trade is out, Chopper is gone, but the picks just keep coming through from Timeless. Overtime bar ticking away, and this looks all but over here, Billy. Map number 2 goes to Timeless.
I mean, once again, it's the mobility question, and it's the positioning and the ability to reposition. We saw it time and time again with Chopper being able to use the coach gun to get out of Faded's grasps. But Melphobia putting up a damn good performance there on the Tracer, giving Seonjun a lot to pause for there. And, well, I mean, this is beautiful stuff. The sleeps have actually been baller, dare I say, from Baller Steve and from CJ. I still think CJ got the better of it because that was rude to come around the corner and shoot a monkey in the butt with a sleep dart. But hey, that's the game, and it gives you a little bit of extra purchase on life. And I mean, look at the damage. Chopper, everybody having so much fun. Seonjun was just crazy on not only the Echo but also the Tracer. Did not miss Rocket in that one. But the heals, I mean, the heals say it all. CJ was more damage intensive, could you say, with the antis coming in. I mean, the mitigated there, look at opener. I mean, that's 2400 mitigate with just a little Brigida shield. So beautiful stuff from all around. Still, I love what I'm seeing. Fade is doing just about anything they can, but this is just bullying at that point. Seonjun is just absolutely nasty with it, and Chopper's Ash is still as good as I remember back from Contenders.
Yeah, they're just looking so good right now. And again, they're the second seed coming in from the Swiss stage for a reason, right? Timeless is one of the top teams in NA right now. And I think we have to expect them right now to be going to Dallas, but obviously things can change going forward. But if Daybreak can find a map off of them, that would be massive for at least confidence going forward in the next couple of the next 2 series, right?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I always like to bring, you know, kind of tie stories together, and OWCS is obviously the pinnacle of where we're at now, but collegiate is where a lot of these players are getting the extra play time, the extra competitive experience, and I think that we're seeing that especially for CJ. I mean, for morale, of course, but playing for Northwood now is going to, you know, really try to be part of that national championship conversation. I'm going to see them in Dallas very soon. But for the rest of the team, I mean, we'll see how it goes down, because Rocket has been, you know, getting a lot of play there for Northwood as well. They're back in, so it's Chopper and Rocket show back to it. And Esperanza is our next map. And it's time to bring out my girl, the Orisa. Riker has a nasty Orisa. It's going to play kind of weird into Faded. Faded's going to be able to kind of dance around and see what we got. And HK has brought the Cyber Ninja back out. So there is some possibilities here for the backline to be under duress here for Timeless.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see the Orisa come out from Raker. Like you said, very good. So is Faded, but not going to be bringing up the battle force for now. At least we'll see if they do intend to mirror them if things go a little bit poorly for them. But right now, Timeless having control of the point for the moment. Obviously, it's not the it is still the very beginning of this all, and they're not even fighting on the point, as HK is going to be able to take down Chopper early on. Faded coming back, though. Still an opportunity for Daybreak to win this out, but then other picks keep going the way of Timeless, and it looks like they're going to be able to get some real progress on the bot now.
Opener having a fun time up there, kind of dancing around HK. HK does end up eventually going down, but I see the value. It's the mobility that you want here to be able to kind of contest the high ground, contest the flank of Rocket and Chopper. The problem is that Faded is just being hunted like a wild animal, and Riker's just sitting on point and just having a good time while the fights are breaking out on the side of him.
We'll see here now. The rotation is out, and CJ's already been found out. It's a huge pick coming in from Daybreak. Baller Steve, who has been on the receiving end of most of those picks, are going to be able to get that help from it. But again, and still, Daybreak are going to be able to hold on to this. While I was talking, Faded was able to get that pick as well.
I mean, progress now here for Daybreak. They almost got it to the butt scratch, so we'll see now what Daybreak has in store. Melphobia very patient with the Pulse Bomb, looking for the back line, of course. CJ does have Kitsune Rush already up.
That is huge. A 25% difference between Baller Steve and them right now. Obviously, it's going to be going a little bit different now. What the Kitsune Rush is going to be invested, but Thunder's going to be the one to find Rocket out first and foremost. But in the midst of it all, Timeless has just said, nope, we're not even going to fight it. We're just going to take the bot back into our presence. And now with the Terror Surge coming through, but another pick comes in the way of Daybreak. But Faded very low, going to be able to jump away, get some healing, and now Daybreak has the ultimate advantage going forward, and Melphobia has found another pick, and there it goes. Daybreak are going to be able to keep things going their way.
I mean, that's a great fight win for them, and it's something that was so desperately needed. 4 ultimates coming into this fight for Daybreak. They've got a lot of sustain here as well. So I think that you try to pull Chopper, or you try to pull Opener out of position here, and then go heavy. HQ does have Dragon Blade, so there's not a lot to stop that other than one Javelin Spear. That's about it, unless Chopper can dot the eyes.
Kitsune Rush going to come in, and they're going to be going full force into the front line of Timeless for the moment. But again, no picks coming off the back of it. But you know what? It gives them more time to move the bot a little bit more forward. But oh my goodness, HK already so low. Sound Mirrors come through, and HK finds Opener out with the Dragon Blade. They've invested a lot, though, to only get one pick. They've got to find more if you are Daybreak right now, and Thunder going down is not what you wanted to see as Rocket is getting unleashed. As this, maybe not. Trade's coming back. Faded is prop to Primal Rage, but Rocket finds another one. You know what? This guy, like you said, a top Tracer player in the world, continuing to just put on a show.
Faded going down there is the death knell here for that push. They do get within 3.5-ish meters almost. Yeah, we'll call it 5 meters. But still, I mean, a heavy investment there from Daybreak. They actually, Timeless should say, you know what? We're going to go ahead and kind of step back here, get ourselves together. They get the forward spawns denied to Daybreak, so that's really what they were playing for there. Now Riker coming up on another Terror Surge, and Rocket almost has another Pulse Bomb!
Ooh, Pulse Bomb almost found a nice pick, but it looked like the Swift Step saved them. Kitsune Rush has come out from CJ, but again, nothing really doing quite just yet. It's going to allow them to build up to more ultimates, and Rocket now finding Melphobia out is huge, and now it looks like Timeless will be able to get those forward spawns, which is going to be huge going forward with under 5 minutes to go on this push map.
3 elements for Timeless to kind of hold their steady and move forward. Faded is just kind of like looking on the outside, looking in. Let's see. Yep. There goes the Kitsune Rush out.
Yeah, nice rush engagement coming in. Terror Surge, though, going to be taking HK out of the fight. So Thunder goes as well. As was an unfortunate investment, but right now they are pushing it a little bit back. But again, it's not going to really make a difference, especially with Baller Steve falling down there late.
I'm not sure what else I think they can do. I think that they're just getting a little bit out damage, especially with Chopper going over to the Cassidy. That's going to hinder you. You're looking for, either the Genji or the Tracer there. Baller Steve, third option, I would say, to deny the Swift Step. But HK has been putting up a lot of business here. I just think that Opener's been a little bit too cagey to get him in the back line.
Yeah, the Pulse Bomb come out from Rocket. Not going to be able to find the pick, though. Faded down and out yet again. So Timeless are just going to be able to keep pushing forward as it looks like, a reset's going to come in from Daybreak with Baller Steve falling down.
Oh, I mean, it absolutely has to. I mean, they're going to try and contest as much as they can, try to get those spawns back. But Rocket isn't dying. That's the big problem. They haven't been able to dot the eyes with the kunai. Thunder hasn't been able to boot them back into the line of fire. And Chopper's really been using this magnetic grenade to stop any kind of forward push coming in from Daybreak.
Is coming in yet again. We'll see how Rocket and Co can do, but yeah, it's going to be Chopper and CJ starting it off yet again for Timeless in the kill feed, and it's very, very close to the end here, Billy. 3 minutes to go. Daybreak could still have a chance to really tearing it back. The Melophobia falling down. Dragon Blade out on the Chopper, trying to take him out, but there's just so much damage and so much healing coming in, and HK is falling down. This is looking all but over here, Billy, and well, they are not all here alone. They're not burning out here, but right now, still, this is Raker is finding Thunder. Baller Steve's going to find a shot on the Rocket, though. Still, it does not seem possible. There's just so much damage to overcome. Kitsune rushes come in from Baller Steve. Thunder's made the swap to the Moira. Can they get the touch? They do indeed, but can they stay on for long enough? Baller Steve's found opener. Can they hold on for long enough to keep things, at least to stall it out? Raker is very low, and, well, they are going to be able to stall for a bit to stabilize for the moment. Is Daybreak with Melophobia coming back from the spawn and taking CJ out. So, and especially if Raker goes down here, this is a huge plays coming in from Daybreak.
Yep, I mean, last 11th hour reprieve there for Daybreak. And, I mean, Thunder coming out on the Moira. That puts a lot of pressure on the opener, puts a lot of pressure on to Chopper as well, especially with Fade. If they land the magnetic grenade, that's the only real big presence that we need to worry about for Thunder on this Moira. So, I mean, there's a ton of sustain here. They should be able to push.
They really should be able to, especially if the Pulse Bomb, doesn't find anything, but damage has come on to Timeless. Now they just need the follow-up. Raker very low, going to get the healing, but Rocket coming in. He is, in fact, a Rocket man coming in for Timeless yet again. But Baller Steve, hey, has found their stride on this map, finding Rocket out of the fight with the kunai. But there's only 60 seconds to go. You need to win every fight in succession if you're Daybreak, but that just doesn't seem to be in the cards. But maybe with Thunder finding Chopper, no, opener finds him out. Still, the Terra Surge coming through, contested, still waiting, still trying, still hoping is Daybreak. The Dragon Blade is going to find CJ. He might find opener too. Raker is still on the point, though, finding kills for Daybreak. 30 seconds, under 30 seconds to go here, Billy. It's not looking good, but HK finding Raker. The Pulse Bomb out, faded away, and still, the bot is in the favor of Daybreak. But again, they have to win every single fight from here on out.
I mean, this is a daunting task for the best of teams. And we'll see. I mean, Baller Steve can start it up, start building up, hopefully get faded up to a primal. That'll be a good stall tactic while other people try to get stuff done. But, I mean, for the most part, this is pretty much done and dust. There's the Kitsune rush out.
Rushes out. If it can find a pick, that would be massive. Raker is forced to go gold to stay alive for the moment. And the overtime bar is ticking slowly away, but still keeping it up and procced is Daybreak, but HK needs to stay alive. So low, the jump onto Chopper. Oh, then Jenny be able to take him down with the dash through coming in. Thunder finds Rocket as well. This is huge. They might be able to find another fight, one in their back pocket. Melophobia has taken down opener, and this is a fight win for Daybreak, but still, they have so much farther to go.
Riker just now getting killed. Huge stagger. So we'll see if Riker decides to stay with. Yeah, I mean, you got the Terra Surge. You're hoping for Rocket to get their Pulse Bomb up to see if they get a big stick. Melophobia is hoping for the same thing. Big thing is that Thunder can put in enough heals here in this overtime. They can look to hopefully get another Transcend or Whole Essence up.
Oh, there it is. Thunder going down is massive, but Baller Steve, I think Rocket has done it yet again for Timeless here. The damage might just be too much to overcome. It's just H-Key left on the point. The hero Dragon Blade could be the stuff of legends, but, well, that's just not going to be in the cards for the day, Billy. Timeless, take the map and take the series in a 3-0 fashion.
I mean, that was absolutely dirty from them. It was comprehensive. It was brutal. And Rocket, once again, showing why they are one of the best in the world as far as tracers go. The tracking is just supreme. You holding the blink, so, blink melee is going in there as well. Definitely understands all the tech with this hero, but seriously, Timeless, putting on a show today. And poor Daybreak, I mean, they are at the butt end of that. Yeah. But you know what? It's not quite done yet. They still have a few more matches to play here in Group 2.
Yeah, they did kind of get unlucky with their group. I feel bad for them. Citrus Nation, Luminosity as well in this group. Very, very tough group to come out of if you are Daybreak. But again, there are still 2 stages more after this as well. And and if anything to really shows that Esperanza map was really, really good for Daybreak. I mean, obviously they didn't win, but we saw grit and we saw heart come out from them, which is huge, especially in the eyes of defeat. They came back, won 2 fights in overtime, which is just kind of unheard of in push. And I think, again, it just takes a couple things to go right and some things change, go their way. Maybe the meta changes up a little bit to more favor them. And I think we could see this team do very well in the future.
I wholeheartedly agree. I also think that the triple-headed DPS threat of Sanjun, Rocket, and Chopper is something that teams are really going to have to sit up and take a lot of notice of because they are absolutely filthy. Melphobia, once again, putting on a pretty good display here, representing Console Nation, Thunder as well. But I mean, there's an ex-Owl player here, in CJ, and possibly coming up into OWCS. I mean, they're looking to cleanse or claim another national championship here. So I mean, the pedigree that they just went up against, this is their hardest test that they have faced it. And now they're going to have a chance, to kind of fight their way back. If they take the positives from this match and apply it to Luminosity, apply it to their game against Citrus Nation, who knows? They might be able to steal a map or 2. They might be able to, kind of surprise somebody with how good they were actually playing today.
Yeah. Again, I don't think... I think we talk about a lot with 3-0s. The scoreline doesn't really... I mean... We expected it. I think we expected the 3-0, but I didn't expect Daybreak to be able to put on as many fight wins as we saw from them. Because, like I said, Timeless is the de facto number 2 right now. Like, it's Toronto Defiant, then Timeless right now. And honestly, on a given day, that could change, right?
Anything can change. Yeah. Anything can change. If they keep taking these little mini nerfs to Tracer, she might fall out of favor. So as it stands right now, mobility's still good. I mean, I like the fact that we got Winston twice. So I'm happy with that. Faded did look good on the Winston. I just think that Riker, especially where we sit right now, especially with the good meta that is, for the Donkey Horse that's in there right now, you're able to pretty much play any tank that you want. But Riker just knows the right place, right time.
Yeah, great stuff all around from these 2 teams, and I'm really excited to see more forward. I'm excited to see DreamHack Dallas, Billy. That's what I'm excited for, honestly. I can't wait to see that. But we still have a stage to go through, and we still have more matches to go through, right? And I don't know. I don't have the other stream pulled up, so I don't know if how that is going right now. Oh, sorry, that already finished. And a 3-0 for Students of the Game, which, if you go by standings, that's kind of an upset. But if you go in deeper and look at the roster of Students of the Game, it might not be as big of an upset as we might think.
Maybe not so much, but I mean, still, Good result there for SOG. So we'll see how they are going to be able to traverse their group. They're having a lot of fun there, and you know there's the rest of the schedule today for BPL and or BPL 2. We'll see how it goes down. Good opening round, though, there for Timeless. Once again, they are your 3-0 winners. If I had to give an MVP, I'd give it to Rocket just because they're absolutely baller. CJ would probably get my secondary MVP vote there. But, you know, as it stands, still two more matches here to play in Group 2. That'll be coming at you for over the rest of the weekend. But, man, this was an honor to finally get in here and cast one of these OWCS matches with you. My friend Joker, any last parting words?
Not really, besides wherever you are in the world. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Stick around, more Overwatch right after this.